Are you in control of your life at all?
Oh, we are certain days.
Keith Moon, the legendary drummer of The Who, lived a life defined by extraordinary musical talent and notorious excess. Moon's wild and innovative drumming style revolutionized rock music, making him an icon of the genre. But his life was marred by personal struggles and a chaotic lifestyle that ultimately led to his untimely death at age 32. His daughter, Mandy Moon, provides an intimate glimpse into his complex world in her heartfelt memoir, Moon Girl. Join Facts First as we take a look at Keith's wild life, his death, and his daughter's book. Early life and musical beginnings. Keith Moon was born August 23, 1946 in Wembley, London. His early life was marked by an energetic personality and a strong sense of individuality, traits that would later define his career. As a child, he was not particularly academically inclined, but he showed an early interest in music, experimenting with various instruments before settling on the drums. His passion for drumming was ignited when he got his first drum set at age 14. His mother, who recognized his talent and enthusiasm, supported his musical aspirations. His early influences included jazz and rock and roll artists who helped shape his unique style. Moon once said, quote, "I wanted to break all the rules of drumming and be a rebel in the world of percussion." Before playing with The Who, he played with a few local bands, most notably the Beachcombers. A teacher once told him, quote, "You will either be a very good drummer or you'll be dead by 30, a quote that foreshadowed his tumultuous but brilliant career. In addition to musical pursuits, young Keith was known for his mischievous behavior and love for practical jokes. Career with The Who. Keith Moon's career with The Who began in 1964 when he famously auditioned for the band at a gig in London, replacing their previous drummer, Doug Sandham. Moon's entrance was as dramatic as his drumming style. He played with such intensity that he broke the bass drum pedal and part of the drum kit. This audacious display won him the spot, and he became an integral part of the band's lineup alongside Roger Daltrey, Pete Townshend, and John Entwistle. Moon's drumming style was revolutionary. He approached the drums not just as a rhythmic foundation, but as a lead instrument, weaving intricate patterns and explosive fills that became a hallmark of The Who's sound. His drumming on tracks like My Generation and Won't Get Fooled Again showcased his ability to combine technical skill with raw energy. Quote, "Keith Moon played the drums as if they were a lead instrument, which in The Who they were," said Roger Daltrey in an interview. Moon himself once remarked, "I don't follow the conventional rules of drumming because I'm self-taught. I just play what I feel." Keith Moon's live performances were legendary. He was known for his wild antics on stage, which included setting off explosives in his drum kit and engaging in elaborate physical comedy. His unpredictable behavior added an element of danger and excitement to The Who's concerts. Pete Townshend once said, "Keith Moon gave us the platform to be as powerful as we wanted to be. He was our engine." Despite his chaotic persona on stage, he was deeply committed to his craft. He spent countless hours practicing and perfecting his drumming techniques. Legendary Wildman.
We're talking about me.
Get out! Oh, no! Oh, no, Keith! Oh! That's what he was doing, developing his muscles.
Keith's wild behavior was as legendary as his drumming. Known for his chaotic and often destructive antics, Moon earned the nickname Moon the Loon. His reputation for causing mayhem followed him throughout his career on and off stage. He was infamous for destroying hotel rooms, blowing up toilets with explosives, and throwing television sets out of windows. These acts of destruction were not just random acts of chaos, they were almost performance art. They were a part of his larger-than-life persona. One of the most notorious incidents in Moon's career involved the destruction of a hotel room in Flint, Michigan during The Who's first American tour in 1967. Moon allegedly drove a Cadillac into the hotel pool. This act of vandalism became part of rock and roll lore, though the details have been exaggerated over time. The incident cemented Moon's image as the ultimate rock and roll wildman. In an interview, he once quipped, "I suppose I should have been born 2 or 3 centuries ago. I should have been either a pirate or an emperor." Another infamous episode happened during the filming of The Who's Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour appearance in 1967. Moon packed his drum kit with explosives, which detonated with a force far greater than anticipated, injuring bandmate Pete Townshend's ears and leaving the stage in chaos. Said Roger Daltrey, "Keith was an explosion waiting to happen, and sometimes it actually did." One of the more personal and painful incidents in Moon's life was when he lost his 2 front teeth. After a night of heavy drinking, he tripped and fell, hitting his face on the pavement. This incident highlighted the darker side of Moon's wild lifestyle, where the line between fun and self-destructive behavior often blurred. Family. Keith's personal life was as tumultuous and fascinating as his career. He married Kim Kerrigan in 1966, and they had one daughter, Amanda, known as Mandy, in 1967. The marriage was rocky, marked by Moon's wild lifestyle and frequent absences due to touring. Despite their problems, Kim remained an important figure in Moon's life until their separation in 1973. Moon's relationship with his daughter Mandy was a complex mix of affection and instability. He adored her, often showering her with gifts and attention during the periods when he was home. But his erratic behavior and the demands of his career meant he was frequently absent. Keith Moon's death, September 7, 1978, marked the end of an era for The Who and the music world. He died at age 32 from an overdose of Heminevrin, a medication prescribed to combat his alcohol withdrawal symptoms. His passing was a tragic culmination of years of excessive drinking and drug use, habits that had taken a significant toll on his health and well-being. The night before his death, Moon had attended a party hosted by Paul McCartney, celebrating the preview of the film The Buddy Holly Story. He returned to his London flat, where he was found dead the following morning by his partner, Annette Walter-Lax. The circumstances surrounding his death reflected the turbulent lifestyle he had led. His daughter's book.
What was it like being Keith Moon's child?
It was a little chaotic.
What do you remember of him? Was he nice to you?
He was, for the most part. Drinking was an issue, and that changed his personality, so he could be not so nice then. That, it wasn't because he was a horrible person and wanted to hurt people. It was because he was somebody who had a problem.
Mandy Moon's book, Moon Girl, is a heartfelt memoir that provides an intimate look at the life of Keith Moon through the eyes of his daughter. Published many years after Keith's death, the book is filled with personal anecdotes, family photographs, and insights that reveal the man behind the rock and roll legend. Mandy's writing offers a unique perspective on her father. One of the most revelatory aspects of the book is the candid portrayal of Keith's struggles with his personal demons. Mandy describes her father's battles with addictions and how these struggles impacted their family life. She writes about the cycle of highs and lows, detailing moments of joy and intense sadness. Quote, "Dad was always looking for something to fill the void inside him. But no matter how much he drank or how wild he acted, he never quite found what he was searching for." The book also sheds light on the softer, more vulnerable side of Keith Moon. Mandy shares touching stories of her father's affection and the efforts he made to connect with her despite the chaos of his lifestyle. One particularly moving story involves Keith making a surprise visit to her school dressed in a costume to watch her perform in a play. Mandy recalls, quote, "He always wanted to be there for the important moments, even if he didn't always know how to show it." She also delves into the aftermath of her father's death and how it affected her. She speaks candidly about the grief and confusion she experienced, as well as the process of coming to terms with his legacy. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Keith Moon? What's your favorite song from The Who? Let us know in the comments section below.